Welcome to the grand finale of our 0 EXP challenge. If you haven't seen the earlier videos, be sure to check them out, playlist linked on screen. Otherwise, we're going to blitz through the next few chapters quickly, as I want to spend some more time on the last chapter, which, let me tell you, was absolutely wild. So jumping into the first stage, where Seraphina's poor ass netherworld has been exposed, we didn't have too many major issues and were able to blitz through without losing too many units, thanks to our knights soaking up all of the damage. Now, the next few stages have an effect separate from geo symbols that will target our units at the end of each turn, then attack on the next turn if we're still standing on the targeted panels. As long as we move our units off of the red panels each turn, we should be okay. It took a total of 3 attempts. The main issue I had is that our healers would die and I couldn't heal the knights each turn. I was a little disappointed when I saw the no lifting geo symbol on this map. Luckily, the first bunch of printies pushed towards us, so we were able to throw one and blow them all up. From there, we were able to throw a fighter across to the next platform to take out the geo symbol. I'm sure you can guess how the rest went. Jumping into the next stage, this was actually really difficult, as there's not really anywhere to hide and all of the enemies happen to push up at the same time from every direction. We unfortunately had to go back and strengthen our characters using item world and some extracts. After some time strengthening our team, we were able to beat the stage using brute force. Next stage was thankfully much easier. The enemies are so bunched up so we can hit 3 or 4 of them with each attack from our fighters. Time for the second last chapter. This first stage, we're going to have to start using our knights to attack as well. Because new enemies spawn each turn, we'll get overrun pretty quickly if we can't take them out. The knights have a really helpful skill, Galahad's Shield, which does an attack and then puts him into defense on the same turn. It did come pretty close though, we were down to our last fighter. The next 2 stages were thankfully pretty easy and we were able to blitz right through them. I can't say the same for the next stage, unfortunately. This might have been the hardest stage in the entire game so far. Now, this is where things start to get pretty wild, honestly. The biggest issue we're having is that the enemies keep on spawning forever. And what's worse is that they spawn in completely random locations. So the only way to win is to spread our units across the entire map and hope that the last few enemies spawn close enough so that we can kill them before the end of the turn. Easy, right? Nope. I think I spent maybe an hour here and close to 10 attempts, and the frustration was beginning to set in. So what did I do? I did what anyone else would do, of course. I made our fighter an absolute monster using the innocent farm that we started earlier. If you weren't aware, you can level up the innocent farm via the squad shop to improve its abilities. We just need to get the innocent farm up to level 8 so the innocents are born already subdued. We can then combine them over and over. This is easier said than done when you aren't into the post game and you can't level up. So after spending what felt like an eternity capturing enemies and strengthening the innocent aid squad, our gladiator is just over level 5000. We'll put that into a weapon that we've already taken into item world. Now our fighter has just over 15,000 attack. Slight overkill maybe? Anyway, let's try again. We did get incredibly lucky and the last few enemies did happen to spawn close enough to where we could take them out. Now, we have to take on a level 100 Bloodus. This is going to be a challenge, right? Nope, not even close. Our defense isn't great, so we can still get taken out easily, but we can take Bloodus out in 2 hits. You know what that means, right? Time for the final chapter. What can I say? First stage, we had no trouble at all, since we could pretty much one-shot every enemy now. This was also the case with the second stage. The third stage we had a slight issue. I wasn't able to attack the sages on these pillars due to the height difference. I came up with the idea to use the move Vigor Death Strike, as this swaps your position with the enemy. Using this move, I was able to work my way across the pillars. Besides that, again, it was pretty easy to beat considering the attack of our fighter. Now, for the battle against Void. Surely this must have taken a few tries, right? Yeah, no. It did take 6 or 7 attacks to take him out, but we were able to just pick him up each turn to keep him from attacking. Now, for the final boss, everything we've done has led up to this moment. Our fighter was strong enough to take out the Dark Bits in 2 hits. However, Despite our best efforts and using all of the tactics and abilities at our disposal, it wasn't quite enough. Back to the drawing board, I guess. Wait. What is that noise? It's coming from the base panel, I think? No. It can't be. It's the legendary printing god, John, with his insane attack stat of 190,000, will have no problem beating the boss. Okay, John, show them what you've got. Well, that's the no EXP challenge completed. I've already started working on the next challenge, so be sure to subscribe to catch the start of the next challenge, which will go live same time next week. One last thing though, there's something off about this scene. Oh yeah, Killia, you didn't even do anything this entire game. Don't you dare try to steal the spotlight from the true MVP. Much better.